My name is Sean Hutchinson and I'm a gaming sex icon. A lot of people ask me, how did you get catapulted to that level? I have an easy answer for you, and it's Loot Gaming. Without this monthly subscription box service focused on gaming from the people at Loot Crate, I wouldn't be nearly as attractive as I am now. Have you ever wanted to be more attractive? Head over to lootcrate.com/Hutch and use the coupon code Hutch for 10% off your entire order. What's in this month's crate? I don't know. Luckily, they sent me this poster, which lets me know it's wild. You're probably sitting at home in some stupid, ugly shirt. But check this shirt out. It's Zelda. Is your head stupid and balding? No problem. It's a World of Warcraft beanie. Is your skin dried out and flaky from not drinking enough water? Try this Pitfall Cantina. I'll bet your keychain is boring and stupid. Check out this dog from Metal Gear Solid 5. Girls love dogs. Hey, I'll bet you don't have any pins on your backpack or shirt. That's stupid. Check this out. It's a pin. Once again, head over to lootcrate.com/Hutch and use the coupon code Hutch to get 10% off your entire order. And be attractive like me. Welcome to the video, you guys. I'm doing a Q&A. It is Wednesday, March 15th. You all know what a Q&A is. I don't need to explain it to you. Let's just get into it. Ryan Griffin, you said, what are my top 3 movies of all time? So my top 3 movies of all time as of now are number 1, Mad Max Fury Road. Number 2, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And number 3 would probably have to be Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. It's really tough to pick number 3. Number 1 and 2 are pretty clear to me, but number 3 is not so clear. If I have to pick one, I'm going to say Lord of the Rings. Beth Evans, you asked, what's your favorite video that you ever posted? I have a favorite kind of video that I post, and that's sort of like the advertisement that you saw in front of this video. I feel like God gave me a gift of making advertisements actually pretty funny sometimes. And on my good days, I can make a pretty funny video. I'll tell you what, man. Probably one of my favorite movies, or one of my favorite videos that I posted on my channel was Black Ops 1 montage that I did to Florence and the Machine's The Dog Days Are Over. And I was just heartbroken when I got a copyright strike back in the day. So I think you can still find that montage living on YouTube somewhere. I think someone else reposted it. But I really, really liked that. Hey Maggie, you said you can press a button that will make any one person explode. Who would you blow up and why? I don't think I can answer that question without Secret Service showing up at my door, so I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Tony P, if you were a girl, who would you rather be in a relationship with, C. Nanners or Mr. Sark? So as far as general stability went, I would have to go with Nanners. So if I'm thinking long term, probably Nanners, and short term, like a hot, passionate fling, would probably be Sark. So Sark would be like Marilyn Monroe, and Nanners would be like my Jackie Onassis, if I had to make a comparison like that. The Great Smooze, you said, if you could go back in time and see one concert from someone who's no longer with us, who would you go and see? Near the top of the list would have to be Bob Marley and John Lennon. I would love to see them play. Yeah, I think I would pick Bob Marley in this case, because I can't imagine going to see Bob Marley live and not having it be like a spiritual experience where I'm gonna pick Bob Marley on this one. Pochi, you wanted to ask me, do you miss working in an environment similar to Machinima? Okay, so the answer to that question depends or varies depending on the day that you ask me and what's going on that day. These days I've actually been having those kind of feelings where I miss having other people like right next to me IRL to bounce off of. I have my friends that I play video games with and that sort of thing, and that's great, but it's no substitute for being in a physical setting with someone, working out a skit that you want to do together, and executing on that, and then having people receive it really well. That was like a daily occurrence for us at Respawn. We weren't always proud of everything that we put up. Sometimes we were like, felt like we were kind of phoning it in, but the response was so overwhelmingly positive all the time that it really kind of drove our focus and made the whole experience a lot of fun. And then there's also just like water cooler talk. Like I miss having coworkers. My coworkers are my pets. I don't really see anybody from about 10 in the morning until 6 at night when Esme gets home. And I love my pets, but they're not humans. So yeah, lately I've been really craving like being on a set with a script in front of me with other people that are interested in making funny stuff. And there might be more on that in a little bit. I mean, like I'm definitely interested in collaborating more this year, which is something that you're going to be seeing from me. And I have a lot of ideas in my head. It's just a matter of finding people that are looking to make similar content and then just doing it. You know, there's no real excuse not to do it. If I don't do it by the end of 2017, I give you guys permission to give me shit for not making more of an effort to explore this, because I really do love doing it. And then there are things that I don't quite miss so much, because in a lot of ways, on other days, on certain days, I work so much better when I'm by myself, and I get so much more done when I'm by myself, and I feel less like distracted, I guess you could say. I feel more focused when I'm here by myself. And so and you know, you get to write your own hours. You can wake up whenever you want. I mean, you got to get shit done every day, but you can kind of just do it at your own pace or do it on your own schedule. And I would not give that up for the world. I would never give that up now. I don't care how good the office job was. This is just, you know, it's really nice to have that. But to answer your question, yeah, there are a few things that I do miss. Yeah. Robert Trebian, you said if you could give your younger self some advice, what would you say? So I've been asked this question a lot of times in a lot of different ways over the years, and my answer has changed as I've gotten older. If I were to give younger me advice now, if I could go back in time and give younger me advice, then I think what I would pick over anything else is I would encourage younger me to invest more time, money, energy into experiences rather than things. Like I would eat out a lot. I would buy gadgets, you know, with money that I didn't really have. I would get a credit card and max that out, and all to get like the newest gizmo or gadget or whatever. And none of those things ever made me feel that happy. Like I would get that buzz for like the first couple hours that I bought like a $250 pair of headphones like 15 years ago when I was making barely anything. Like you don't need to spend money on that. But if I would have told myself to spend that $250 on a trip to Yosemite, or you know, trip out of the state for the weekend or something like that, then I think that would have borne more fruit over the years, because I don't have any of those gadgets left. It's like I got this stuff. This is all my new stuff. This is the stuff that I use for work, and I don't know what the fuck happened to everything that I owned before, but I don't have it now. And yeah, so, and I'm fairly certain that they've done a study pretty recently that suggests that people that invest money and energy into experiences rather than things tend to be better off in terms of how happy they are. And that's, you know, it's a big important thing to be happy in this world. So when you experience stuff, that's how you gain life experience, and the way that you gain wisdom is through life experience. And so it just makes a lot of sense. I would encourage you guys to get out there and see the world. Jacob, you wanted to ask me, what can we do to eliminate the negative stigma around mental health? Well, I think you're already kind of doing it there just by talking about it. There was a time in this country where you didn't really talk about that, and if you did, it was a source of shame. That's obviously changing, but I really do still believe, from what I see out there, that there still is a stigma around asking for help or admitting to someone that's close to you or a professional or whatever that you're feeling weak, or that you don't have the solution, or you're feeling overburdened. That is such a common human experience, and it makes me happy that people are being more, like Ben Affleck just recently came out with a statement saying that he completed alcohol treatment, and he talked about how supportive his ex-wife was, and he talked about how he wanted to be a good example for his kids, and one of the ways he thought he could do that is by being open about that struggle, which I thought was really, really cool, to see someone on that level speak so openly and so unapologetically about tackling a personal problem like that. Rip Quill, you said, what were the years like after high school for you? Did you enjoy them? What did you do? So for me, the years immediately following high school were marked by, there was like a year of hard partying, and then there was like 2 to 5 years kinda, you know, where I really kind of, I was not ready for the world, you know? I had this idea in my head that, my life was already laid out for me. I was going to be fine. I didn't understand the concept of struggle until I did. And then once I started struggling, I really felt unprepared for everything around me. And so I spent a good deal of my time just sort of looking for answers wherever I could find them. I would like scroll through religious texts, and I would read up a lot about history so I could learn about our ancestors' big mistakes that they made and how maybe I could avoid their mistakes by just investing a lot of my time and energy on studying history and reading about it. And none of it really worked. What worked was I stopped doing that. I stopped spending so much time by myself, and I started surrounding myself with my peers. And they really pulled me out of that funk and showed me that there was this other way to live and be happy in this world. And that made a big difference to me. Eventually my 20s got good because I got the Machinima job, and then my life changed, and who could have predicted that was going to happen, and it felt like winning the lottery. But for the first little bit, it was not fun. Josh Burnett, you got the last question. You said, do you have any advice you'd give to someone who is about to get their first tattoo? Honestly, the best advice that I can give you with respect to getting a new tattoo would be to eat a good, decent fucking meal before you get the work done. If you go in there on an empty stomach because you're feeling nervous or something like that, it's just going to make the situation so much worse. Your body's going to get chills. You might shake more just because of the physical, the sustained, consistent physical trauma takes a toll on your body, and you need a lot of food to kind of get you through that. You need a full stomach. And then apart from that, I would just say don't let your friends tattoo you. I've known some people that did that and it didn't turn out so well. Don't let your friend who's just learning how to tattoo do it unless you really fucking trust them and you've seen that they've done good work before. And I would say don't rush it. Just take your time picking what you want to put on your body, and then just find an artist that you like, that you think can capture the vision of what you want to put on your body. So yeah, that's my advice. Go on a full stomach and maybe don't rush it. That's gonna do it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bonding sesh that we had. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys leaving so many heartwarming comments these days. You guys are showing me a lot of love, a lot of support, and I want to say thank you for that. So thank you.